Welcome to the RuPaul's Drag Race recap for the All-Stars Season 2 Rumor episode. My name is Joe Batance, and I am joined by two very All-Stars in my world. Check your lipstick before you come from him. From the podcast Dubious Intent, give it up for Daniel J. Brewer.
Those were a lot of words, Joe Batance, but thank you. Thank you for all of them. I do appreciate that. How are you this evening, sir?
I probably should have done it from the podcast Dubious Intent. Check your lipstick before you come from him, Daniel J. Brewer.
That's right. I have just a fair warning. I have a cat that wants to be on the desk. I'm just going to leave her there. So if you hear any kind of weirdness, that's the cat that wants to be on the desk.
Well, we've been gone for a month, and we're a totally professional show now. Bitch, he's not from Chicago. Give it up. From the podcast.
I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Pod is my co-pilot. Give it up for Taylor T. Latte Boy.
I've missed this. I've missed the two of you.
Which is so funny, because at the end of the last season, I was like, oh, God, no.
You know, I've been to Chicago once. I heard that they have like the largest Mexican-American population in the United States. Didn't I hear that on a podcast once?
The best tacos.
Oh, they had the best tacos. That's what
tacos in the country.
And they have the most, you're right, that they have the most Mexicans in the United States. And I was like, bitch, I'm from LA. I swear I went there. I was like, there are more Mexicans on my block than in Chicago.
There you go. Special shout out to super listener Roger Robledo. So.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He is a super.
Hi, boys. How are you guys?
Hi, Daniel J. Brewer.
Yeah, it's. Are you enjoying your summer?
Yes. It's very hot here. I know it's not as hot as the West Coast, but it's steamy down here in Florida.
Have the termites eaten your house away yet?
It's funny you should mention that, because we have decided on a company that is going to be tenting my house at some point. Mm-hmm. And things have been fine for the last 3 days. And 20 minutes before we started taping the show tonight, all of a sudden I got hit with a swarm. So I was running around at the last minute trying to find the hole to plug where all of the termites are coming out. So
is that a euphemism?
Oh,
okay.
You take that however you need to.
Got it.
So we tucked the termites.
That's what Taylor did.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that on part of your summer break, Joe Batance, you actually had cocktails with Jay Ellis. Is that correct?
Oh, that's right. From TV's AfterBuzz.
TV's AfterBuzz.
Yeah, from TV's AfterBuzz. Podcast personality Jay Ellis and I went and had we actually have plans to do it again with Kenny Harrison.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I had a long, stern talk to Jay Ellis the other day because he doesn't have a YouTube channel. I was like, girl, you want to be in TV. Why don't you have a damn YouTube? It's like, it's nothing but practice. You should do it anyway. So if you want to see Jay Ellis on YouTube, then go tell him on Twitter. Just go tweet him on Still Underbar Jealous. Go tell him, hey, you should do a YouTube channel. God, my cat is going insane back there. I don't know if you can hear that.
Nope, I just heard her.
Anyway, Jay Ellis and I went to the closing weekend of a legendary bar in Venice Beach, California called Roosterfish, and it was being forced up by gentrification, Daniel Brewer, but we had a really good time talking about
I've been to that Roosterfish bar.
Oh, that's right. That's right, with your friend from Palm Springs.
When I was out there visiting you, I went to the Roosterfish. You abandoned me in that bar.
I did?
Yeah, you left. I don't know. You'd like, I gotta go, and you left, and it's like, because my friend that was visiting from Palm Springs, I had met up with there, and so
he was nice.
Yeah, it was Michael from Palm Springs. Anyway,
they've closed it down. Gentrification is finally taking it over. But Jay Ellis and I had a really good time. We talked about podcasting. We talked about our respective love lives.
Yeah,
and we helped a drunk girl who'd been kicked out of the bar. Which I love that they were still 86ing people the day before it closed. Get out. Never come in here again.
I was going to say, was she banned for life from Roosterfish?
She was banned for life from Roosterfish. So, it was a good time. And Jay Ellis and I have plans to hang out again.
Nice.
But Daniel J. Brewer, since we last did it, you and Taylor the Latte Boy took part in Pride 48's June streaming event.
We did.
We did indeed, Joe Batance. It was the live streaming weekend. There's... I don't know why we're bringing it up. No one can listen to it because it already happened.
I'll tell you why, because several people asked me why the RuPaul's Drag Race recap wasn't a part of it. And I have an answer, but do you have the answer?
I have, yeah. The answer is because you were out of the, not out of the country. You were in Hawaii. You were not in the lower 48. You were off vacationing in Hawaii and did not have the internet fortitude to do a show like that.
That's right, Daniel. I was trying to squeeze in what the kids call a humble brag and say that I just returned from Hawaii. Now, let me tell you something. When I was there, I struggled several times not to say, because I'd say like, oh, back in the States. I always said mainland because I almost made that mistake several times.
Is that a thing? Like if you say back in the States, they correct you?
This is the United States.
It's like people in San Francisco.
I know that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they say.
It's like people. It's like people in San Francisco when you say trolley car and they immediately jump on you and call you cable car. And you're like, no, I'm talking about the one that goes down Market Street to the Castro. It is a trolley car. Leave me alone.
Do you get that belligerent and angry with them when they correct you?
I do.
And how often are you having this conversation? You don't even live anywhere near San Francisco.
So I visit there. I'm not a world traveler. I'm a United States traveler. Show.
Have you ever been outside of the country, Daniel?
Yes.
With not Canada.
Oh. But yes.
To where?
Mexico.
Here's the sad thing. I'm in the same boat as Daniel. I've only been to Canada and Mexico. What about you, Taylor?
I've been to the islands in the Caribbean, the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah. I've been to the Caribbean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never been
Jamaica.
There.
I've been
Unless
to Jamaica.
you count the part where the pirates are.
The Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, I've been to both of those. The one in Florida.
By
and
the way,
California.
the only ride I think in Disney that they should have a fast pass to get off the ride.
Is Pirates to the Caribbean?
Yeah. After that second drop, you're like, okay, I'm done.
Apparently, the new Pirates of the Caribbean that is in the new one that just opened, did it open in
Shanghai?
Shanghai? No. Was it Hong Kong?
Shanghai.
Okay. So the new one in
Duluth.
Shanghai. Yeah, the new one in Shanghai is supposed to be.
Duluth.
No, I know there's one in Hong Kong. I was just trying to remember which one was which. But yeah, so the new one that just opened, apparently that Pirates is like this huge.
Are you basically saying that the Asian Disneys all look alike?
No, what I'm saying is that this new one, apparently the Pirates is like, it was a $5 billion park. So like the new Pirates there are supposed to be like this ultra modern thing with VR in it and stuff.
Here's the weird thing with the Shanghai and Hong Kong Disney.
Yes.
Highest death rate on Autopia. Autopia is the most dangerous ride.
See, it's that joke only works in California because we don't even call it Autopia in Florida.
Oh, they don't call it that?
No,
What do
it's
they
called
call
the
it?
Grand Prix Raceway in Florida. See, I had to translate for the Florida person to get the joke there. That's
Yes, I wouldn't have gotten that.
This is why we workshop this material.
Disney. We need Daniel. He's the Disney traveler.
I'm like a time lord between Disney. Anyway, hey, let's talk about RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Season 2. That would be fun.
How many minutes are we in? We can't really. About how much long in are we in it, Daniel?
I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. We're fine.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
It feels much longer.
It feels 15
longer.
minutes. We haven't even talked about RuPaul's Drag Race. Well, everyone, as we all know, that the official cast list has been announced for All Stars Season 2. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to run by the queens one by one in no particular order. We're going to do it totally randomly.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. 100% randomly. I promised I would randomize the order.
Yes.
And let's just talk about the queens in
Can we
order.
we can address the elephant? So the reason you're randomizing them.
Listen, my name's Joe.
The reason that you're randomizing them is because there is a rumor as to what order they're eliminated in, and you were going to go off that rumor, but Taylor and I both decided we didn't want to even know the rumor. So now you.
And I think that's fair. So I'm just going to randomly select.
Even though it was a rumor, we didn't want to know.
It was a rumor. Okay. Let's see.
Because it was a rumor from Acid Betty's ex-boyfriend who got one thing right, so he's probably right.
Yeah, it's true.
By the way, before you start, big props to Reddit who got 7 of the 10 queens picked correctly as absolutely going to be.
Who did they miss? I think they thought Kelly Mantle was on.
They didn't get Roxy Andrews, Tatiana, or Coco Montrese.
Oh, what are your thoughts on Coco Montrese? Coco Montrese is one of the rumored contestants. Well, not rumored, confirmed contestants for RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Season 2. You may remember her from Season 5. She's the one that wore with Alyssa Edwards. They had some sort of beef in the past. Do you think she's a good pick here for
All Stars?
All Stars?
Taylor?
I mean, she's not necessarily one of my favorite queens that was ever on the show. I mean, one thing that we noticed before when we were talking before we started taping is this is a very top-heavy Season 5 heavy season, and I'm not quite sure. I guess they figured they wanted to have the rematch of her and Alyssa, but That was not necessarily one of my favorite storylines throughout that season. So,
wait, Taylor.
Yes. What?
So are you saying that Coco Montrese shouldn't be an All-Star season 2?
Yes. Why? What?
Let me tell you guys something. Everyone who's listening. This is Taylor the Latte Boy.
Okay.
The other day, he is so angry with this place. I'm not going to say who they had some schmuckta that Coco Montrese wore one time at some club.
Okay, no, you're doing it wrong. You're saying the story wrong. We all talk as a group thing. I realized that my workplace, I work for an AIDS service organization, and my workplace had a bathing suit.
AIDS to people, which is really immoral.
Wow. So we received a donation of the bathing suit that she wore in the season premiere of season 5. And it was
shit. Sorry. I've got some kind of errant audio. Sorry. Go. Sorry. My bad.
So anyway, it was up in this office and I'd walked past it a million times and never realized it when they're in the process of renovating the office. And I thought it was kind of cool. They were saying that anybody that wants to get rid of any of the art that's in the office can get rid of it. And because it was up on the wall and it was art, I said, well, can I have that? And they said, no. And I said, okay. And then I just took a picture of it and sent it to the two of you. And
Taylor
apparently now I'm obsessed.
Angry.
I was not, fuck you. I was not angry.
He wanted this Coco Montrese bathing suit so badly. I don't know where he'd put it in this house of his.
She's the only black contestant this in All Stars 2.
Why I gotta be black?
I'm saying out of all the
no, I
100
believe
queens.
Roxy Andrews is part black.
Okay,
you're right though. It is a very white.
Well, I mean, there are white-ish. There's a lot of Latina, right?
Yeah.
Well, Latinx, whatever you want to call it. It's like Adore and I think Tatiana and Fifi.
And Fifi,
Yeah.
doesn't Fifi have some Latin blood in her?
She has something in her. Okay, so Coco Montrese, we're very like, meh, who would you... Well, you know what? I think an interesting thing to do, and I want you guys to chew on this while we go through them. I'm going to give you some time, is what people you would have put in All-Stars 2.
I already have a list.
Oh, you already have a list?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
This is because I never seem to have notes. I actually wrote up notes last night for things, and I was prepared for questions, and that was a question I had for you guys.
Oh, really?
So,
I don't know that... But go ahead, though.
Okay, I am surprised that...
Oh, wait, we're doing this now?
Oh, okay. No, we're not doing it now. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I spoke out of turn.
Wow. See, we take time off of podcasting.
Coco Montrese.
I was going to say, I'm still not over the Coco Montrese bathing suit. So
he's Cuckoo Montrese.
I'm so cutting that out. Anyway, so here's the thing is, I don't remember Coco. I mean, I remember Coco.
You don't?
No,
I remember her.
Let me finish. I remember her, but I don't remember her. Like I'm aware that she was in that season. I seem to recall that she was like, "Oh Lord," when Alyssa walked in, and then there was that shade button sound, and there's like there was supposed to be big drama between the two of them that never really played out to anything that I can remember. But it's like she largely was forgettable in my mind. So it's like I was not a huge Coco Montrese fan or detractor. It's like I just don't recall her being a huge standout in that season.
I remember her having those crazy blue contact lenses.
yes.
And I think she's known for being like one of the best lip syncers in RuPaul Drag Race history.
But
I think she's known for her lip syncing.
I only remember her lip syncing once or twice.
Yeah, I just don't recall a lot of, I mean, I recall, like, if you tell me the name Coco Montrese, I'll be like, yes, she was on RuPaul's Drag Race. But I don't recall anything like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can recall specific things that Detox did or Alaska did or Adore or Alyssa, but I don't remember something specific that Coco did.
The thing that I remember most about her from that season is the girl, look at how orange your face is meme that came up where she looked like she had made out with a bag of Doritos.
I would so make out with a bag of Doritos. Let me tell you something. People often think, when they think you're overweight, they think that all food is your thing, right? I'm not a big sweets person. I can take or leave sweets. But you have a bag of Doritos in front of me, and I go absolutely apeshit. I love Doritos. Thank you. I have diabetes. Okay. Okay. Next on the list, let's see here. Adore Delano from season 6.
This one made sense to me. This was, if you're going to do an all-star season, that you of the last couple of seasons, Adore what should have been on there.
Well, yeah, I think anyone in the top 3 who didn't win should be a candidate, don't you think?
Yeah, they should be a candidate for it. Yeah, I think it makes absolute sense for Adore to be there. I mean, she's had, 2 really well-selling albums. I mean, well-selling, listen to me. She's had 2 really good selling albums. She's known. I remember her. She's memorable. I mean, if you remember Violet Chachki, didn't Violet Chachki do Adore? Didn't she dress up as Adore?
Oh, yeah.
Snatch
she did.
7? Yeah,
You're right.
So it's like, it wasn't Snatch Game. It was for something else. It was for one of their videos. Anyway, it was for one of their 9,000 acting challenges that they had that year. But yeah, no, I think Adore is a great choice. I'm all for that. I'm pulling for Adore. She's in my list. I'm rooting for Adore.
Okay.
She's also from nearby in our private group. That's where we just saw a termite fly in front of Taylor.
Joe,
No, that wasn't a termite.
Joe, are you on Wi-Fi? Because you just keep cutting
No.
in and out.
I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm on a hardwired.
All right. Maybe you're
Ethernet
Are you
cable.
downloading porn in the background?
Let me see. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Sorry, it's not that. My computer does not run well on when I have a bunch of applications open.
Okay.
So I'm going to close those applications.
Okay, great.
Now it's taking forever to close.
Taylor, what are your thoughts on Adore Delano?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the Adore Delano there, Taylor?
I think she's great, and as I said before, that I thought that this one made sense, and I think that she will go far.
Very good. Adore Delano. Yeah, I think she's really good. I'm rooting for her. She's a cute person from a nearby town. I think she's cute as a boy. You know what? I've never people talk. She had these really funny, genuinely funny videos where she and these other drag queens play like cholas.
Yeah.
I think they're called like Angel Baby. They're like little comedy videos. It was way before RuPaul's Drag Race.
I know that when I see Adore do like the little drag con videos and stuff like that, she's much more fun and natural on camera than, let's say, like Ginger or even Trixie and Katya. It's like Adore just seems to really genuinely love to perform, and it shows. I love her.
Adore was somebody that in her season I really did not like in the beginning of the season. I thought that she was kind of a one trick with the weird open mouth and just, party and all that kind of stuff. And the moment I fell in love with her was the time that she broke the fourth wall and looked at the camera when Gia Gunn said that she was sensitive. And the second she did that and looked at the camera for a split second and then looked away, I'm like, okay, I get it. She understands what's going on. So then the rest of that season, I just enjoyed watching her.
So we all agree that Adore Delano should be on this season.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
Right. Next, who should we? Okay, Fifi O'Hara, season 4.
Fifi O'Hara is somebody that I expected to be on the next season of Drag Race, just because I think that it strikes me as somebody that may want to at least initially do damage control and show that she's not quite the bitch that she was, not quite the villain that she was on her season. Because I think that, as we've talked about during last season, she's somebody that still, I think, leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. But she's also shown how far she's come as far as with her Instagram thing, and she does some really cool drag and cosplay there. And I think this is a way to kind of refurbish her brand, if that makes sense.
I was really bored one day, and so I watched all the available season finales on, I think it's Amazon Prime or whatever, Hulu. And so I was watching the season finale with Fifi on it, and she was, I just remember her fights with this Sharon Needles, but she did a lot of horrible things. Like she conspired against Jiggly. Can I call her Jiggly?
I believe you can, yes.
Yeah, she conspired against Jiggly, and I think she did some other shady ass shit. So
she's the reason we got the line from Willem. Your tone seems very pointed right now, when she was screaming at Willem on an Untucked episode.
Yeah, so I think she did do a lot of redemption. See what I did there?
I see what you did there, Joe.
Redemption.
You know what? I think a lot of these girls, when they come on to this show, are young and kind of come from a club background, and then they see how they're portrayed on television. And I think Fifi is someone who has, honestly looked back at that performance and wants to check. Her 365 days of drag that she's doing on Instagram has been received really well. A lot of the stuff that she's doing has been received really well. I think she's got a lot to offer. I think she absolutely deserves to be there.
Okay, so that was my next question. Daniel, you believe that Fifi O'Hara deserves to be there?
Absolutely.
Taylor, does Fifi O'Hara deserve to be there?
Yes, I believe so. I'm not necessarily a fan, but I want to be a fan. So
the correct answer is yes, Fifi O'Hara deserves to be there. Okay. Next, Tatiana from season 2. Next, Alyssa.
Here's the thing. Season 2 is not available on Amazon Prime, and it was so long ago that I didn't. So it's like I was struggling to remember Tatiana at all. It's like the only clip I could really find on YouTube or anything was the wedding dress scene between her and what's her name? Tyra who?
Tyra
Sanchez. So I don't know what to expect from Tatiana. Honestly, I don't remember her, but then it's not necessarily her. It's just the fact that it was the second season of Drag Race, and it's like I don't know that I had Logo at the time on my cable system, and it was like, so I had to kind of pick it up from other people. So it's like, I don't know what to think about Tatiana. To me, she's a complete wild card. To me.
You know what? Go ahead.
It's funny you mentioned that because that's what I wrote down. When I saw that Tatiana was on, my thought was kind of like the Mimi I'm first thing of, well, somebody has to be first, and that's why they brought her on. But I'm almost wondering if she is the dark horse, where they don't expect much of her because it's been so long.
Well, you're a racist.
Here's the other thing about Tatiana is like she was born in 1988, so she's 28 years old. So she was really young on season 2. She was, would have been what, like 22, 21, 22. So it's just like, again, I think she's a wild card. I don't know. I'm interested to see it.
Yeah.
What I think is funny is when I went to the taping of the finale and they did the questions, she asked a question, but like I told you, when Rue didn't recognize the person, she'd be like, honey, why don't you say your name so everyone can hear it? Right? And Tatiana was one of them. I'm like, oh, she'd already done All-Stars 2, which I guess had been almost a year ago, but she still didn't recognize Tatiana.
Wow. Anyway,
should Tatiana be on All-Star Season 2?
Don't know, but I'm interested to see.
Taylor the Latte Boy?
I'm going to say no. But I think we may be surprised by her.
The correct answer is no. There were other queens that should have been on this season. All right, next. Let's go. You know what? I said it as a joke, but let's go with Alyssa Edwards from Season 5.
Suddenly you're like McLaughlin or whatever. It's like, no, the answer is no. Onward, Alyssa Edwards.
I know. That's what I'm doing. It is so hot here. I'm fanning myself like I'm about to call for Gem and Scout.
Are
the vapors about to overcome you?
I'm going to get the vapors.
Are you not able to run your air conditioning?
Well, I can, but it'll be loud.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I am going to possibly commit Drag Race heresy right now. Blasphemy. Mm-hmm. I don't understand what everybody likes about Alyssa Edwards. I don't get it at all.
Thank God. I don't either. And it also pisses me off every time that I see it in writing this past week. It's like, Alyssa Edwards, host of a successful web series. It's like, the bitch puts out like one episode every 3 months, and it has half the number of views that any video that Katya has ever done. It's like, why? What successful web series are you talking about? Anyway, I'll shut up.
She is very, very popular.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
To me, she seems like she's a very successful drag mother, like with the House of Edwards, with Laganja and Unshangela.
Here's the deal: she's eminently quotable. Like so many good quotes that just come out of her mouth from her seat.
Yeah, but she's also one of those people that uses words wrong because she wants to sound more intelligent than says like. That it just does not percolate correctly with me. It's just like, honey, that's not the right word. It's just like, what I'm saying? It's just like she's one of those people.
I mean, my co-host doesn't watch the show, and she knows the back rolls thing. With the back rolls. I mean, so that she does definitely have some catchphrases that have gone beyond the typical Drag Race viewer. But that being said, I don't get why people love her as much as they do. I just don't get it.
I'm somewhere in the middle, but Daniel, should Alyssa Edwards be on All Stars Season 2?
Absolutely. She's a huge character. She should absolutely be there.
Taylor the Latte Boy.
I'm going to say no.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The correct answer is yes. Regardless of what you think of her, she is one of the most popular drag queens to come out of RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay. Let me cross that one off the list. Next. Why don't we do Daniel's favorite, Ginger Minj?
Do I have to? No, I hate that. I hated her in season 7. I hate her now. She's a despicable person. It doesn't seem like she's changed at all. She's still a despicable person. So, blah.
Where does this come from?
Yeah.
From?
Yeah.
Is there some transference or counter-transference going on in your life that you feel as though she reminds you of someone?
No, we've talked about this before. She's one of those queens that gets her humor from a place of being mean to other people, but she commits the cardinal sin of not putting herself down first. It's like, so she just takes the insult part of an insult comic.
Okay, enough about Boo Hacker. What about Ginger Minj?
That's who I'm talking about.
Taylor the Latte Boy, what are your thoughts on Ginger Minj?
She was one of the bigger personalities. If we're using the Alyssa Edwards thought line of thinking, she was one of the bigger personalities of her season. She strikes me as someone that is, and I also understand that we're talking about drag queens here, but is very much desperate for attention and publicity, and will be one of those people that for years down the line, anytime that RuPaul needs a drag queen to interview other drag queens or something like that, she will be the one that will always be with her hand up in the air going, me, I'll do it. So it doesn't surprise me that she's on this season.
Go ahead, Joe.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that begs the questions. Why wasn't she at the finale? Why was she at Disney World, like running around with people and on her Instagram instead of being at the finale with all the other Ru girls?
Well, but maybe it was a situation where she was voted off early on the show on All Stars or something, and she was pissed off. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's my, whenever I see her, that is the perception, that is the persona that I get from her.
Although her new boyfriend is kind of cute.
Well, that's all that matters.
Oh, does Ginger Minj have a good boyfriend? A cute boyfriend?
Oh yeah, she dumped her husband after
really?
Yeah, after season 7 she died, and now she's with a 22-year-old.
Wait, are you talking about me or are you talking about Ginger Minj?
Talking about Ginger Minj. You can see it's on the World of Wonder YouTube channel. You can see her and her boyfriend doing a match game, not a match game, like a newlywed game show where they like compare answers to each other.
Oh, anyway. I wonder how, that would be a really good idea for my podcast. Like, okay, I have an idea. Okay, put it down. Okay, here's the correct answer. As I'm not a big Ginger Minj fan.
You didn't ask if she deserved to be there. You just said, what did we think of her?
Does Ginger Minj deserve to be there?
Absolutely.
I would put you down for no. I
dislike her. I dislike her intensely, but name recognition wise, if I were just to sit down and name off 10 contestants from all 100 drag, she would be in the top 10. She's a memorable character.
Taylor the Latte Boy, what are your thoughts? Should Ginger Minj be on All Stars Season 2?
No.
What? She's only because Florida girl.
Only because I don't care. There's lots of local Florida girls that don't belong on All Stars.
And she was top 3 her season.
Right. But also, if we're going, okay, if I'm using the same line of questioning or the same line of thought that I was using for Alyssa Edwards, and you all said yes, and I said no to that one, then I feel like I kind of have to say no to Ginger Minj.
Okay.
Let me ask this question, because I was thinking about this right. Well, no, we'll get to this when we're done with all the queens. All right, next.
Say yes to this.
Roxy Andrews.
I think Roxy was
having sex right now, Taylor?
No.
Honestly, I think Roxy was just brought along so that they could do the Rolaska Talks thing again, and it's just like because they think that they could sell some extra T-shirts there. Honestly, I would be surprised if she wasn't the first or second person gone.
Really? Because hold on, hear me out here. Hear me out. I think she was really bad, mean to Jinx Monsoon in season 5.
Yes,
right. Which I believe it was. Is it Bianca Del Rio or some other queen has talked about? Oh, no, it's definitely a season 5 queen. Has talked about how Jinx got a very, very positive edit, but that Jinx was actually really loud and obnoxious, and was not portrayed as such on the edit of the show.
Right. Well, she was the winner. You can't make the winner unlikable.
So she got a really hero edit. But anyway, the point is, but remember, Roxy was only really mean to Jinx towards the end. 1, 2. That bitch did win a bunch of challenges that season, right? She made it to the top 3. She is the one who had a wig underneath her wig.
Right.
Right? That's pretty fucking fierce. She did bring it. She is a great villain, and you want a villain on there. And she was left at a bus stop. And now with this whole Pulse thing, there's that adds a whole new element.
Was she one of the performers at Pulse?
Yeah, Kenya Michaels and Roxy Andrews were at Pulse when this went down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. They were performing at Pulse. They were there at the club. I don't think they were actually performing at the moment, but they were at Pulse.
Yeah, but this has been filmed over a year ago, so I don't think
RuPaul has a crystal ball. Michelle Visage does kind of look like Madame Leota. Okay, Daniel Brewer, I'm going to pose the question to you. Should Roxy...
I didn't get to talk.
Oh, those grunts, weren't you talking?
No.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, Roxy Andrews is to Taylor the Latte Boy what Ginger Minj is to Daniel Brewer. Roxy Andrews is probably one of my least favorite queens from any season. That being said, you do need a good villain. Whether or not the portrayal was accurate, she was portrayed as a villain on her season. So I understand why she's here.
Oh, so you agree she should be in All-Star Season 2?
She should be on All-Star Season 2, yes.
Daniel, should she be on All-Stars Season 2?
I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other, so I'll just say yes. I mean, sure.
Oh, you don't have a strong opinion either way.
Yeah, like I said, I think she's the weakest part of the Ro-Alaska talks, and I think that the only reason she was included here would have been, for that reason. But, she wasn't horrible. So
the correct answer is yes, she should definitely be there. And also the correct answer is yes, Ginger Min should also be there. I didn't comment on that. Roxy Andrews is one of the most memorable drag queens in Drag Race history, baby, hunty.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
She's not the most memorable for me.
Like this, Tater Latte boy, hunty.
Roxy Andrews, I disagree. She's not the most memorable. No.
You knew she was when I brought her up. Daniel is taking like a sick vape hit right now. He's going to blow some sick-ass clouds in a second.
Anyway,
some
move
sweet
along.
Plumes are going to come out of Daniel's mouth.
He's going to release his plumes, and there's going to be a plume underneath.
Yeah, exactly. Next, let's do Detox, since we just talked about her. Detox. Taylor Latte Boy, what are your thoughts on Detox being on All-Star Season 2?
As Roxy was one of my least favorite, Detox was one of my favorite on her season, and I am excited for her to be back. She seemed very funny to me and seemed very polished. And I'm excited for her to be back. The black and white look from the finale her year was one of the sickest looks I've ever seen on a drag queen in my life, and was done flawlessly. And I'm excited to see what she will bring this season. Also, it's important to note that of the cast photo, she's the only one that I think looks good. I think the rest of them look horrible. But
wow.
Thank you.
Daniel,
yes.
Any thoughts on Detox being cast member of All-Star Season 2?
I'm just going to echo what Taylor said. I agree. I agree with what Taylor said. She absolutely belongs to be there. She's one of the strongest queens that they've had.
Well, I've had it officially, and the correct answer is yes. Detox should definitely be on Season 2 of All-Stars. She's one of the most memorable drag queens in the past 3 or 4 years, and always delivered on terms of sick looks. Look, I was not a big fan of the jaw thing. It got really old after a while. She did a thing used to do with her jaw. Mm-hmm. Do you think we'll see that again, All-Star Season 2? Will she do that crazy jaw thing?
I don't think we will, because she did it 2 lip syncs in a row. I remember this. The first one, everybody thought it was really crazy and thought it was funny to see. And the second week, she did it and pointed at it like, look, I'm doing it again. And the first thing they showed was Michelle Visage with the cocked eyebrow. So I think that was okay, we're seeing this. You're gone. I would be surprised if she did that again.
Michelle was like,
doing that bony little finger wave thing with the crooked fucking fake nail. Yeah.
Girl, no.
So, next, we only have 2 left. Katya.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I love Katya. I loved her in season 7. There's absolutely, she's great. She's wonderful. I love her to death, and absolutely she should be there. In fact, she should win.
Okay. Anything else? I'm asking him all day. I don't have a sick hit off his vape kit. Anyway, Taylor Latte Boy.
You're like
thoughts on Katya.
You're like the server that comes over as you're taking
exactly.
a plate full of food. Can I get you anything? Do you need anything else? I agree with Daniel on this. Katya is one of my favorite, just from a comedian standpoint, from a genuine standpoint in the interviews and stuff that they always did with her. She just seemed to be a good-hearted person and somebody that you want to root for. A lot of people think that her season, that was definitely the upset, that she was not even in the top 3, let alone won the whole thing. So I would agree that it's kind of hers to, much like Chad Michaels. It was kind of known from the beginning. It was really, we're just doing this so that we can give Chad Michaels the crown.
You could even make the point that even RuPaul realized after the show came out that Katya should have been in the top 3. That's why she made that whole "Katya, can you bring me a bottle of water" joke. I mean, it was patently obvious that Katya was way more popular than any of the 3 queens they had left.
Yeah.
And so
I would agree that she will at the very least be top 3. I think it may be between her and the final contestant that we haven't talked about yet.
The correct answer is yes. Katya should definitely 100% be there. She's one of the most popular queens to ever come out of RuPaul's Drag Race. What's so funny, Daniel?
You're basically just reading the same thing. I was like, yeah, you just said that about Detox.
Next, last but not least, Alaska Thunderfuck 5000. Taylor the Latte Boy, what are your thoughts here?
Again, one of the strongest contenders they've ever had on the show. I think that it really could have gone down to her or Jinx winning that season, and I think it's going to come down to Alaska or Katya as the final two contestants. And I would love for Katya to win, much like we talked about last season with whoever, Bob or whoever the other two were. I don't remember already. But if
really, you don't really remember?
Kimchi and
okay,
Naomi
no, wait.
Smalls.
It's Kimchi and Naomi Smalls.
Okay.
So, I want Katya to win. If Alaska were to win, I would be okay with that too.
Okay.
Very good. The correct answer is yes. Alaska Thunderfuck 5000 is one of the most memorable drag queens that come out of RuPaul's Drag Race, and she should definitely be.
Ask a question.
Yes, go ahead, Daniel.
When did she start wearing the fake fingernails on top of the gloves? I do not like that look. That's the only thing I dislike right now about Alaska is just that. I mean, she's always worn the crazy nails, but never this whole thing now where she wears them on top of the gloves. She did that at the finale. She did that in this picture here. It just annoys me.
Now, we had a little bit of a challenge, and the challenge was, who would you name for your own personal All-Stars 2 season if you had it your way? Now, I know that Taylor the Latte Boy did his homework, and he has a list prepared. Taylor the Latte Boy, why don't you run down that list and maybe explain a few of your choices?
I have three I have three from previous seasons and three from season 8 that I'm surprised. I know that they said that season 8 probably wasn't going to be on there, but I'm curious to you guys who from season 8 could have been on your list. But as far as the three from previous seasons, I'm surprised that we didn't get Ben de la Creme. I'm kind of surprised that Courtney Act wasn't listed as one of them. And
Rue hates Courtney Act.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm being completely 100% serious.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense why Courtney Act wasn't on. And also, one of Daniel's favorite, I'm surprised that Trixie Mattel wasn't part of All-Stars, considering that she's got such a big presence now, especially on the World of Wonder site and all that kind of thing. Those are the three that surprised me the most from the previous seasons.
Actually, I deviate by one there. So it's like my thought of the three that should have been there that weren't there were Trixie, Tammy Brown, and Ben de la Creme.
Well, but Tammy was on the first All-Stars.
Oh, she was? Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember Team Brown Flowers?
I didn't see the first All-Stars. I didn't know.
Oh, really? Because it's also there. It's a good one. And there's just that's also where you get, well, give me a one-way ticket to Mars or something like that. That's a great quote.
Okay. Well.
Oh, no, that's not that. It's, hey, Teletubby, teleport us to Mars.
Yeah.
That's what the line is. Anyway, I would only, from this list, I probably would have put on Willem. I think he would have been great on All-Stars 2. That's it.
See, I want to like Willem, and I watch his YouTube channel, and it just feels tired. It's like one of those things like, if he wasn't in drag, it'd be like, what the fuck? This is, in other words, it's just
but that's
the
why
novel.
you'd be good.
But that's what I'm saying. He's not a great comedian. On his beatdown show on YouTube, right. He's not great. And I think if he wasn't in drag, it wouldn't even be watchable.
He thinks he's funnier than he is.
Yes.
I also probably would have put on Laganja Estranja.
I can see that.
Would you really?
Yeah, because she's annoying, but she makes great television.
Yeah. Little train wreck in a bottle.
Look, her entrance is probably one of the most epic entrances of all time.
Well, she's
the one that came up with the, grrr, yes, mama. Like all that nonsense. She's very quotable.
There are a lot of Laganja-isms spread throughout RuPaul.
I'm feeling very attacked.
This is my moment.
Yeah. She would have been really, really good in All-Stars 2.
So I have a question. Of the season 8 queens, is there anybody that, if they could have had season 8 queens on, who do you think would have been, if you could pick
Thorgy?
Well, any of them.
Yeah.
You think Thorgy would have been one that was on?
Yeah, Thorgy or Acid Betty.
Acid Betty, I think, could have been an All-Stars 2. I think Acid Betty got a raw deal. As bitchy and cunty as she was, I'm thinking, I was watching on the flight back, I still had them on my iPad. I was watching some episodes, and I was thinking, Acid Betty must have done something to piss the producers off. Like, made some sort of crazy demand, like, I want this, I want that, and they were just like, fucking, let's get rid of this bitch. Because she was doing so well, and there usually is some sort of leverage if you've been doing well where they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And they would have known she would have destroyed the Wizards of Drag. She would have done so well in some of the other challenges. Like, I think she should have gotten to 5th or 4th place. Not 4th, but maybe 4th even. But yeah, I feel like she did something because that's a raw deal.
It was. Well, that was the week that she had no business phase. That was the week that Derek Barry should have absolutely been in the bottom 2.
Yes.
It wasn't for some reason. So it's like,
well, that's why I do think Derek Barry had some sort of sweetheart deal with the show, because I was again region. We watched episode 1, and he gets really good at it on 1. Like, he is like a pretty positive at it. Like, and he's the 100th queen to walk in, and he has that special honor, and then he does that fierce picture with. He did do a fierce picture with the other queens, but like.
Actually, there was some talk. There was some talk about that in our good friend from AfterBuzz TV, Jay Ellis's co-host. What's his name?
Mark.
Yeah, but what's his drag name? Lorraine.
Oh, Lorraine Love.
Lorraine Love. The panel that Mark was running, aka Lorraine Love, was running at DragCon. When it finally got posted up on YouTube, I was watching there, and I had a point, and I forgot what the fucking point was. It's like the sweetheart.
This is the kind of stuff that we'll put in the Internet Archives.
Anyway, I've lost my point. I took too long to get to the table. I know, but no, it was something to do with somebody said on that panel.
Patty got a raw deal.
But Derek Barry
got a positive.
The pictures. You said that Derek Barry had that picture, but it was in that panel. Layla commented on her picture. She said, "You mean the one that looks like I'm taking a dump on my shoes? It's like that one." And it's like, we didn't get to pick which of our photos they showed. So she kind of left it being that they didn't really show everyone's best picture there, except for Derek's. Like, other people had done equally good pictures, but they had gone. That was all I was going to try to say.
So did they get to see all of the pictures afterwards? Like, how would she know? How would Layla McQueen know that wasn't her best picture?
Oh, they got to see their own pictures. Like, after the photo shoot, they walk over and they look at all the pictures that they took, right? Because they take 10 pictures or something, or 5 pictures or whatever it is.
It's like Splash Mountain when you get off the ride.
Yes. And then they put in that code, unless they have their little wristband, in which case they can just rub the little Mickey over there and get it automatically delivered to their email address.
Rub the little Mickey? That sounds like a euphemism.
At Disneyland or Disney World, it's not. You can go to the bathroom and do that. Don't tell me how I know that. The best one's over by the Country Bear Jamboree.
Don't. Jesus Christ.
Kind of isolated.
Yeah. There's blood on the saddle and blood all around. Anyway, let's just move along.
Well, now let's talk about. So now I
didn't get to say mine. Who I thought would be from season 8.
Who Taylor? Who would you think from season 8 would be a great addition?
I thought Thorgy. I definitely thought Thorgy. I thought Chi-Chi, kind of in the same vein as Katya, that there was kind of the heartwarming story sort of thing, that she would be an interesting person. And this may be a controversial pick. I'm sort of surprised that if they were going to have season 8, that Robbie Turner wouldn't have been on there, because I think that she strikes me as somebody very Ginger Minge-esque, in that she wants to be on the show so bad that she would have agreed to do it. That would have been one that I wouldn't have been surprised if they had pulled people, because you get somebody that's a little bit more famous from the season, like Chi-Chi or Thorgy, and then you get somebody that's a little bit further down, but kind of needs that, not redemption, but just a little bit more.
Needs to make a car payment.
Yes. So I figured Robbie Turner would be the one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love how I didn't give my picks. I didn't freak the fuck out like Taylor just did. Did
you got your picks. You got to say Acid Betty.
No, I didn't. I never gave my picks.
Did Daniel?
Yeah. When you hear it, Taylor, notice how calm I am. You hear this? We'll survive.
I do de-escalation all day at work. I don't have to do it when
Joe,
I'm at home.
If you were to pick a season 8 queen, who would it be?
I think I'd go with Layla McQueen. Layla McQueen. The cosplayer one too.
Dax
exclamation
point. And Naisha Lopez.
Why?
They just make great TV and they're great drag queens.
Okay, great.
I mean, look, the beauty has arrived. Are you able to take all the junk that's in this trunk? You know, you could have had Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
You didn't say Cynthia Lee. You said I know. I'm adding.
No,
Joe. Make the point. Make the point that Layla McQueen was made interesting TV. Go.
Well, she's quasi cute.
She could have just been a member of the pit crew. Then it's like she didn't need to be on this show.
Have you seen that ass? No, she couldn't have been a member of the pit crew.
I actually don't think she's that cute. She had a cute scruff picture, though. I know Taylor's super into her. I'm not really into that weak chin, doughy white boy look.
Not after, but on the show. Make a point with what we saw on the show that Layla McQueen would be.
Obviously, I was kidding. I would really put on Acid Betty. Actually, to be honest, with 3 counts, so I would have put on Kimchi and Acid Betty.
Okay, great.
Okay.
There you go. Kimchi made great TV. Now, Taylor's very sensitive about the rumors. So there are very strong rumors about All-Star Season 2. I know people in the audience don't like spoilers. Now, one of them that's not really super spoilery is there's a rumor that this on this All-Star Season 2 that supposedly, I don't know how accurate this rumor is, that what RuPaul does is pick the top 2 queens to lip sync against each other, and the winner gets to select the person who goes home that week.
Ooh.
Okay.
That would be cool.
A rumor. I think the rumor, though, is also so there is some producer control that RuPaul also picks the bottom 2. So they get to choose of the bottom 2 who goes home.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because then you'd have people like knocking out Katya right now. Katya the first one to go, you know? So the producer, I think, want to have some element of control, but I think that's how that works. Supposedly, one queen storms off in episode 2 or 3. Leaves of her own volition.
Wow.
Has a tantrum and storms off the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Those are the rumors I have.
Those are the 2 rumors? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. I like the idea of mixing things up for the lip sync.
There was a rumor, but I don't know. I mean, it's apparently from the queens, I don't think it was true, that they were going to have a battle of the firsts. And that all the queens who had been eliminated first were gonna fight each other for that one slot left on All Star Season 2. But I don't think Tatiana went home first. I think she made it pretty far actually in her season.
Yeah, Tatiana made it almost. I want to say she was 4th, maybe to go 4th from last.
That's still a weird selection from all the people they have to choose from.
Well, but you figure Tyra won, Tyra Sanchez, and Raven and Jujubee were on the first season of All Stars.
Yeah.
So she would be one of the more memorable. I couldn't tell you. Well, that was the season with Morgan McMichaels.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm from Chicago. So what's that one's name?
LaShawn Beyond. No, LaShawn Beyond.
No, LaShawn Beyond was
Best Friends Drag Race. This ain't Best Friends Race.
So, I mean, really, there's a lot of them that aren't necessary. That's Nicole Page Brooks. So she was the first one to go home, was Nicole Page Brooks from that season.
Oh, really?
Okay, if you held a gun to my head and asked me what I had for lunch today, I couldn't tell you, but I remember that Nicole Page Brooks was the first one eliminated from a show 6 years ago.
By the way, Tatiana,
what did you have for lunch today?
A roast beef sandwich and a Greek yogurt.
Okay, great. Tatiana came in 4th place, and she was eliminated on the Teen Diva Awards Challenge.
Okay.
Or, excuse me, the Diva Awards Challenge. Thank you.
You know what's the problem is? People should know this because Daniel does the getting rid of dead airspace thing, whatever it's called. What's it called? The
truncate silence, yes.
Truncate silence. So sometimes we'll do these jokes with long pauses and then say thank you, but you just hear something, thank you.
Right.
And then we laugh, but no one knows why we laugh.
That's not even going to work in the explanation of it. It's not even going to work because they will have already have heard it like twice, and then it wouldn't. What do you mean? They don't know that there was a pause, is what you're trying to say.
Exactly.
Wow. Could we get further off the rails? Sure, we could.
No, we couldn't.
Okay, great.
But now you know what I didn't think out is how to end this fucking show.
Well, okay.
Do we have more to talk about?
No.
Well, is it okay? I posed a offer last night, and Daniel responded, and Joe didn't. So I don't know if
I was hanging out with my boyfriend. Sorry.
Okay, but you've had over 24 hours to look at it,
and you replied it with something else.
Yeah, you have since. So
what?
Thank you.
So okay, are you agreeable to?
Here's the question.
Agreeable, but I don't understand how those things work.
Here's how it's
going to work.
Oh, can I read the question?
Yes.
If I create a fantasy football style game for the 2 of you using all-star contestants as players, would you both do it? You would each pick 5 contestants and would accumulate points each week if they did things or won challenges. I would run the game. That would be Taylor the Latte Boy. You guys both do so much to prepare for the show, and this would be my way of contributing a little more. Honey, you contribute plenty.
Oh, thank you.
But I still want to play. I want to play the game, so yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so here are the rules, and unfortunately, I don't have a coin because I was going to bring.
Is this a bad time now, though, to say though that we're replacing you for All Stars with brown sugar?
Well, then she can take over the rules. She can take over for it. It's
just
fine.
go to on a website. Just open random.org, and there you go. And you can just
okay. I will do that.
Flip a
I will
coin.
do that in a second. So, all right. Here's what we're gonna do. Whoever picks first, whoever gets the first pick, you pick the first queen that you want on your team, and then the other person goes. You go back and forth until there's nobody left.
All right. So it's a schoolyard.
The schoolyard. Okay. So here's the point system for each episode. And if your drag queen wins the mini challenge, if there is a mini challenge, you get 2 points. If it's a team mini challenge and there's multiple people, each drag queen gets 2 points. If there is a workroom conflict between drag queens, for each drag queen you have in the workroom conflict, you get a point.
Ooh.
If there is a runway conflict, you get 3 points per drag queen.
Ooh.
Okay?
Okay, got it.
Runaway, and I have all this. I'll send you guys the spreadsheet and everything so that you know what's going on. Runaway critiques. If you're in the top looks for each drag queen, you get 2 points. Bottom looks get 1 point, and people that are safe get no points.
Okay.
If you are the challenge winner, you get 4 points. As far as the lip sync goes, the winner of the lip sync challenge gets 3 points, and the eliminated person who goes home, you get -2 points.
Oh.
All right. There are 2 other things that I put in here. Okay. The return, if a queen leaves and comes back to the competition, if that is your queen, the final winner of the entire thing gets 10 points.
10 points.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any questions?
I don't.
I'm good. I think I understand this.
Okay. And it's if only we had a recording of it later on. If somebody questions,
I know exactly. I can just go back and play that for me. Yeah.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to it's random.
It's random.org.
Oh, well, I opened up my iPad. RedTube's on here. Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Not redtube.org, random.org. And
Is that a show about like Russian history?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So what you do is, I think it defaults to just there being between 1 and 100, whatever. But you can just hit the little, generate
so for
a number.
max hit 2?
Yeah, if you want, or just do it as 100. Just 50 over 50 is 1 and 2, whatever. Anyway, The point is, go ahead and flip your coin that way, or let us pick a number between 1 and 10, whoever's closest, whatever. I don't care.
Okay. All right. I have generated a number. Whoever gets closest to it without going over gets to pick first.
What's between what range of numbers?
1 and 100. Sorry.
Got it. It's all right. Go ahead, Joe.
39.
No. No, I shouldn't have said no. Let me hit the number again. Joe, you may go first because I fucked up.
24.
Okay.
32.
Joe gets to go first. The number is 29.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
So Joe, Daniel. All right, so Joe, who is your first choice?
Alaska.
Daniel, who is your first choice?
Katya.
Joe, your second choice.
Detox.
Daniel, second choice.
Adore.
Adore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Joe, third choice.
Roxy Andrews.
Daniel.
Oh, he's got all of Rolaska talks. I see what he did there. Alyssa Edwards.
Joe, fourth choice.
I might as well just take her. Ginger Minge.
You're not the first guy that said that at a drinking bar at 3 a.m.
Uh-huh.
Daniel, fourth choice.
I'm worried why he's skipping over Fifi.
Well, because you wouldn't take Ginger Minge.
Fifi.
So who's left? Katya?
No.
Tatiana. I'm gonna take
Tatiana,
And Coco Montrese.
Fifi, and Coco.
No, I just took Fifi.
Oh, you took Fifi for your fourth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You Skyped out on me for that.
I'm sorry.
taking Tatiana.
I guess I'm taking Coco.
Okay. All right. So we have our teams, and now I get to sit with a notepad through each episode and start adding up points for you guys.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
We don't really know how many episodes. We're guessing there's probably going to be 8. That would be 7 eliminations and then a final 3.
Yes, I would assume that as well. That's what when I created the spreadsheet, that's what I did. I just did 8.
There was a rumor online that they were packaging up All Stars Overseas as a 15 episode package, and so if you took the 7 from All Stars 1 and added 8 to it, then that would give them their 15. So it's been a rumor for a while that there were going to be 8 episodes.
Interesting.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, I think that's it. We failed to say that it airs on August 25th, which is a Thursday night or something. It's a weird. They're not doing Mondays anymore, I guess.
Well, look, Logo has a very busy schedule. They have to fit in more episodes of Sausage and Cucumber or whatever. And
that guy killed himself this past week.
Who did?
The creator of the Big Gay Sketch Show.
He did?
He committed suicide this past week. Yeah.
Well, maybe he watched his own show.
No, he heard.
Wait, no. Is he the one that did that weird? He used his Facebook group to do the suicide note because he knew he could like pre-send it. Like he could set a date after it happened.
I think so.
Yeah. I saw that article.
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, I'm glad we're ending on a happy note.
Anyway, August 25th is the night that it's airing, which is a Thursday night. I don't know what that means as to when we're going to record or whatever. We'll figure it out then. We'll let you know then. In the meantime, I need to take us out of here. This is going to be a bitch to edit because it's a train wreck. But go ahead, Joe.
I don't think it's a train wreck.
There was a whole big thing where I went off on a tangent about some fucking panel at DragCon. It was a train
Have you ever
wreck.
listened to episodes of our show before? That's all we do is go off on tangents.
People love it, Daniel. Just stop.
The people who matter love it.
You know, hashtag Tyler H is masturbating the entire time that this show is on.
Hashtag Tyler H, my future ex-husband. Yeah.
Oh, I hope Adonis listens. I still think about Adonis every once in a while.
Adonis B. Yeah, I'm going to be in New York City this weekend for Pride. So, I think you're out of the country right now. But
I'm sure there's only like 4 people that go to New York Pride. I'm sure he'll totally be able to find you.
No, but he's my friend on Facebook. He can message me and then we can meet up for a drink.
Let's do our romper room moments. I see hashtag Tyler H. I see Adonis B. I see
Adonis Sugars.
Yeah, sure she's listening. Who's that great guy that always writes us with really good emails all the time?
Musing Mark.
Hey, Mark. I see, I don't know who else. Jay Ellis. I know other people. I wish I would have prepared this bit before.
I know. Now I feel like I should be
amazing people.
I see Jamal, 84.
Jamar, 84.
Oh,
yes.
right.
I was going to mention him, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we see Jamar, 84. And I see... a woman named Chance Tepolkunse Nantana told me she has money for me from, but I also see the listener Augustine, you know? Mm-hmm. Augustine is there.
Oh, look at you. You're going down some kind of list, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Persia, Tyler Oakley's,
right.
She thinks that she's Tyler Oakley. I see her.
Right.
Oh, and that girl from England, that wonderful, nice girl from England who always writes to us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then the bored housewife in Atlanta in the suburbs.
I don't think it was bored. Valerie, who, by the way, Valerie got much better seats to the finale than I did because she took a picture of the crowd so I could circle where I was buried inside of it. And she was clearly in the posh section of the balcony. She was like in the private balcony section. I was like, damn it, how did I get up there?
Thank you.
Well, that concludes a very special episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. Follow us on Twitter at Drag Race Recap. Friend us on Facebook at facebook.com/Drag Race Recap. And make sure to visit our website at dragracerecap.com where you can find all of our contact information, leave us a comment, and find all of our old episodes. So until sometime after August 25th, for Daniel J. Brewer, Taylor the Latte Boy, and myself, Joe Batance.
Sashay away until late August.